Power BI, Microsoft Power BI, is a very powerful tool for business intelligence and analytics. And you can create reports by exporting CSV files and Excel sheets and kind of transforming them into Power BI reports to create visualizations so that you can analyze your data. Um, and so this is just a PDF copy of one of the reports that I made in Power BI using some Kaggle dummy data set. Um, and I kind of categorized the data for the medical patients in the Excel sheet by their ancestry and the unique diseases that are specified by the ancestries. And I also had some other categories that I looked at for the report, which are gender for the patients, their education, their marital status, employment, the internet usage per day, their average commute, and if they're in the military service or not, if they have available vehicles, if they have children, and just a grand overview, there are 13 distinct unique diseases that this data set has that it looks at, 20 unique ancestries, so over 20 different countries with 13 zip codes that it focuses on, and there is in total 2,000 patients within this data set. So the top 5 diseases were Alzheimer's, hypertension, skin cancer, kidney disease, prostate cancer. And then you have your counts per ancestry. And I took the top counts per ancestry, which had those top 5 diseases. And all of the diseases are shown here, but you can see the top countries were Belgium, Ireland, Portugal, Sweden, and Switzerland out of the entire 20 countries. So, and this is just an example of one of the visualizations that you can use. And in this case, I wouldn't necessarily use this visualization to really look across the diseases with ancestries because there isn't really like a extreme case anywhere, but it is good to see that there are no outliers. And you can hover over the interactive, which we will see in a second, the interactive report in Power Data BI, so you can see what numbers coincide to. And another visualization just to show that there are very endless options that you can use. So let us get into the dashboard. So using these visualizations that I built in Power BI report um, desktop version to build the reports, you take the report and then you convert it over into these tiles, which you can manipulate and highlight and add onto a Power BI dashboard using their cloud services. So this is the dashboard that I built on the database with the visualizations that I was just showing you. And so I've made some highlights. One of them, I decided to pin a tile for this visualization here with males and females across ancestries for each disease. So this is just a comparison chart, right, of these two visualizations where you can see all the males broken down by disease and all the females broken down by disease based on the various ancestries in this data set. And so combined side by side, we're just looking at females versus males between the diseases. And so as you can see, when you hover over, it gives you a little bit more details, which is a small interactive dynamic aspect of the dashboard. And now the other feature of Power BI dashboards is you can actually pin an entire report. So this was the first page of the report, and I pinned it purposely so that if I didn't want to go directly to the report per se and go through each page, I just wanted this page so that I can highlight it and look at the disease by ancestry and focus on, let's say we go through Switzerland has 115, maybe Ireland 121, maybe larger. Let's click on that. And you can see how the visualizations kind of interact with the filter that you choose. So now we can see the breakdown for Ireland's percentage of diseases um, by each disease identified. So let's go do another one just for the sake of it. Switzerland was next to it, has 115 patients, and those 115 patients break down according to the diseases shown here. So, and you can do that for every single filter in here. So, let's do Russia. Russia has, if I hover over, I see 95 patients. It's about 4.75% of the total data. Um, and you can see the breakdowns of Russia in terms of the 95 patients that have the diseases on the list associated. So then we continue on, and I decided to pin a little bit more pages from the report. And so looking at patients by their education and disease and ancestry, right? So let's go with the most count here, which would be the bachelor's. So we have about 1,000 patients with a bachelor's degree. And if I clicked on this filter for the visualizations, now it breaks down per ancestry for each disease, the patients within the category that have that ancestry. So, and you can see it here just by disease, looking at the percentages from the highlights. And we can do the same thing for the PhD, smallest category here. So we can see as the data begins to adjust, there we can see how many patients are from which ancestry within the disease categories. So some of them that do not have PhDs are pretty much showing a blank. For instance, Czech has um, only one patient with breast cancer with a PhD, three patients with a PhD but have hypertension. And so this is just another analysis from this standpoint using this page of the report. And we can continue on and use another page. This time I decided to add in 3 visuals instead of the other 2 to add in a little bit more for analysis purposes. So now we're looking at patients in terms of their single or marital status, including their employment status associated with their ancestry and disease category. So if I have looking at the married patients, and we see Alzheimer's has the largest amount of patients. It is our top 5, as we mentioned, and we can see the breakdown here in terms of the ancestry. So it looks like Denmark might be the highest count for Alzheimer's, which have married patients, and breakdown of the, let's see, let's look at Denmark. If we clicked on those 19 patients, we can see they're very small here, but they are actually showing the highlight of those patients from Denmark with Alzheimer's. And we can just hover over and it'll tell us the details. So I have about 6 patients that are employed, 5 that are unemployed, 0 that are students for the 23 patients from Denmark with Alzheimer's, and 12 of them. So that's the breakdown. And then we'll see here which of them are married, which is 19. And then 4 are single. So, right, 19 and 4, that's 23 patients. So we can see the breakdown with their marital status, employment status, and those are the patients that have Alzheimer's disease. So you get a pretty good breakdown whenever you're able to use these visualizations. So looking at it from the other standpoint of employment, if we just clicked on the employed patients, looking at the marital status changes, we have 622 that's employed and 147 that are single and employed, and the breakdown between retired and unemployed and those diseases associated with it. So this is just really fun, interactive way to build dynamic reports from a dashboard stand of view for research purposes or data analytics. And this is it. We can do all this building it by hand. And that all comes down to having um, access to Power BI desktop and then Power BI services, connecting your reports built in Power BI desktop to the services cloud. And you're able to build apps from here. And unfortunately, at this time, I cannot share the apps that I have because they contain PHI and other sensitive EMR patient information. So this is all we have, and hopefully this demo made sense to you. And you can see how useful these software tools and applications can be. Thank you.